Woke up this morning with money on my mind. Fresh off it, now I'm focused on the grind. I pray to the Lord, everything will work fine. There's nobody here that can stop my shine. Stop my shine, stop my shine. There's nobody here that can stop my shine. Stop my shine, stop my shine. There's nobody here that can stop my shine.
What's good, YouTube? It's the Squad, Real TNK Squad, back again with another Thoughts and Opinions video. It's your boy Travis off in this thing. Do your part.
Okay, start over. Say your name again.
This your boy Travis off in this thing.
It's your girl Kiana.
Do your part, man.
No, because you did it already.
Okay, anyway, so we are back, y'all, with another video. And
do your name right.
I just did it.
No, do it right.
This your boy Travis off in this thing.
Alright, I'm not gonna do it.
Do your thing, man. All right, let's go into the video. Anyway, y'all, so we got another video. You gonna participate in the video?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. I'm gonna let you introduce this one. Come on.
No, go ahead and introduce it.
No, because you're gonna sit there and
don't
go crazy.
mess up my name.
Do your thing for the people.
No.
Want to see you do the thing.
No, because you messed it up.
Okay, this your boy Travis checking in.
And it is your girl Kiana, aka Queen Key, off in this
You that stubborn that you.
You can't do my thing. Only I can do it.
Let's go, man. Anyway, so we were sent these clips of this video, and everybody asked us what was our thoughts on it. So it. The hell are you doing? I keep hearing
My legs was swinging.
What the hell is that? Anyway, y'all. So everybody sent this video of Chris Sales had a video of
Him and baby CJ.
him and baby CJ, and they was talking, and he was ready to pack up baby CJ's stuff because it's time for him to go to with Queen. And in the video, you know, I guess, will you stop doing
I'm
that?
not doing nothing, babe.
I don't know what people, you know, I don't know what's the people, different ideas that people had from it, but a lot of people, I think a lot of people send us a lot of shit because they just be looking to be messy and be wanting.
Yeah, they want us to be messy.
They want us to go in and shit. And like I said, I'm gonna tell you, to be honest with you, a lot of the shit that we've always talked about is some of y'all dick riders that was always figuring that y'all just hate Queen. A lot of the stuff that we did, it was to try to enlighten Queen on situations. So just like now, when if we don't say nothing and you don't think it's messy, you're gonna be, oh, y'all can't talk about it because you're gonna get deleted. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all fake because y'all ain't say the real how you feel.
Yeah, I'm always gonna say how I feel. And I feel like in that video, I feel like baby CJ was like, he was crying his heart out
He was
when it was time to leave. But
excuse me.
okay. Excuse me. All right, let's go. But I feel like I feel like it was a little, I think y'all looked into it too much. Because a lot of people was thinking that, damn, he don't want to go to Queen. He don't get attention from Queen. Or he don't like being there with Queen and Clarence. And I don't think that's the case.
Now, I'm going to say this. How I took the video is this boy is in love with his father. He can't nobody take his dad's place.
Not even Queen.
Not even Queen.
They have
a bond that's undeniable. Like, you can't say anything about how good of a father that Chris is.
Do you remember that? You remember that video? Remember that video where Queen was in the background? It was a video with Clarence talking, and Queen was in the background, and then she said something, and all you heard was CJ going, "Why you say that to my daddy?" Like, you can't talk about Chris around him. You can't, that be, like you said, that's an unconditional love. And not just when it comes to like them, but you got a lot of just parents in this world that even live in the same household. Some parents got a deeper bond with their kids than the other one. And I don't think even as a parent, you can't take it personal.
Yeah, so I was going to say this. Now, I do think he don't get the same attention that he gets from his dad. I feel like she does give him attention, but not her full undivided attention.
It's not quite the same.
It's not like quite the same. Like y'all got to understand when baby CJ is with Chris, they are inseparable.
It's about CJ, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
But
we see Chris go out and do his own little thing, but we don't see what they do off of camera. You can tell that he spent his life with this boy off of camera.
But not only that, though, but it's been like that since we've seen them on YouTube. It's been like that even when Chris and Quinn was together. It was like that with Chris and CJ. Like they just got a bond. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They got a father-son bond like no other. That's why people always say no matter what you think about Chris, you can't deny his fatherhood. You can't deny, you know what I'm saying, him being a father. Because he got a bond with his child. Like I said, when you're dealing with two parents, I think a lot of parents, when you see one parent with a bond with their child like that, the other parent gets jealous. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I don't think you can take it like that. I think sometimes you gotta understand that you gotta work on your bond with your child. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I don't. And speaking from what I see, I don't think Queen take it as that.
You know what though? No, I think she does because I'm gonna tell you why. I don't think she would if it wasn't for social media, but because Queen does pay attention to everything on social media, people say it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Or people bring it to attention. So eventually, a lot of times when people say it on social media, it makes you be like, damn, do I not got a good relationship with my child? You know what I'm saying?
Well, we see her do sometimes some things that's extra and out of the way that you didn't have to do for social media.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can't knock her for what she do with her child on social media.
Sometimes social media will make you question yourself or to make you question what people say and you'll say, dang, is that true? You know what I'm saying? Social media make you do that sometimes. So I'm sure that, like I said, she pays attention to everything on social media. And she responds to most stuff on social media. So I'm sure it affects how her everyday living or how she acts around her child. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it does. It affects her. I just don't think like as a human being, even as a parent, you can't let that kind of stuff affect you. You gotta just, you know what I'm saying, live your life with your child.
And I don't think Chris put the video out to be messy, because I had somebody to say that he put this video out to be messy. I don't think he was doing that. I think he was just showing that him and his son do have a wonderful bond.
A strong relationship.
Like, you know, now some of that other shit that he be doing.
They do some bullshit
with
though.
Clarence, and that shit be
some
for y'all. That shit be for y'all. But that video right there, I think it was just to really show that look at me and my son's bond. Mm-hmm. Like when his auntie came to get him and said, "You ready to go?"
Yeah, now I want to go.
That baby broke down. That shit made me cry because I was like, "Damn, this baby crying because he really don't want." Yeah,
because Chris had calmed down. He got a little better, and then when he really realized it was really time to go, that nigga was not hearing it.
He was.
But like I said, once again, I don't think it was so much to where I don't want to be with my mama.
Yeah, I think it was just, you know, I love my dad. And
like I said, not that I don't want to be with my mama, but it's just I love my dad that much. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of kids that's like that. It's like, I love my mom, but I would rather stay with my dad. You know, so I love my dad, but I would rather stay with my mom. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that in certain situations. So I think a lot of people took too much into it. You know what I'm saying? Made it like he hates to be in Queen's presence, and I don't think that's what it is. Cause he don't show you that when he with her.
No, he love his mama too. Yeah. He show y'all that he love his mama. But he just show you that,
like you said, the attention that he get is different with them.
Yeah.
Like he don't get the same attention with Queen that he gets.
Because she has to share her attention with two children.
Yeah, I don't just say share. I think she give the little one a little more attention though. And maybe it's because he's younger and a newer baby in her life. Like you said, a lot of people don't know how. That's why people have favorites. A lot of people don't know how to equally give the same undivided attention to different kids. You know what I'm saying?
I hate when people say, you know, you're gonna have a favorite no matter how much you say you. Because I had this debate at work with this lady. She said no matter how how you say I'm not gonna have a favorite. You're gonna have a favorite because this child might do for you more, and you might appreciate this child more.
How?
And such and such. And I was like, huh? Like, I seen my grandmother had a favorite. My grandmother had 4 daughters, and she had a favorite. And the favorite was the youngest one. And the oldest ones couldn't stand that shit. They couldn't stand it, and it kind of, fucked up their relationship growing up. And they had to try to get it back when they got grown.
I'm gonna come from a different aspect. How many kids we got?
3.
Biologically, 1 is me, correct? And I still don't have a favorite.
Right.
Most people would. Biologically, that would be their favorite. You know what I'm saying? Biologically, 1 is me. I still don't have a favorite. You know why? Because them other 2 was there before she got here. They had already became mine. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to put, okay, y'all be over here. This is my favorite now. That don't make sense to me. I don't comprehend that because I love all the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly the same. You get told no, just like you get told no. Just like you get told yes, just like, I hate when kids be like, you know what? Go ask mama for something. She gonna tell me no, but she'll tell you yes. Because that shows,
right?
You know what that shows?
They know who the
favorite.
favorite.
Kids understand who's the favorite. You know what I'm saying? It's bad when kids understand that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, true, my mama used to do shit like that when my cousin come over, but it be more to the point that they company. So, your mama will give company some shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even if she tell you no, she'll give it to you now because company here. You might be like, shit, I want something to get goddamn such and such in the refrigerator. Man, go ahead, my mama got down because she gonna tell you yeah. But it's just to the fact that my mama's gonna spoil company. My mama's on some shit like, that's your company. Let your company goddamn control the remote control. Let your company watch with the movies that they want to see. You know what I'm saying? She was big on treating your company with hospitality. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? I'm like, I wasn't raised that way, but I'm like that. Like, if our kids have company, then you let them pick what they want to watch.
Hell no!
You let them.
We're gonna watch what we want to watch together. We're gonna vote for this shit.
No, but that shows them how to treat their company.
Yeah, but also I'm not gonna sit here and be miserable watching shit I don't want to see.
You ain't gotta be miserable
because I want to see.
Most of the time with girls, they all want to watch the same thing anyway.
Like, I ain't even see him.
Like, I had this instance. Let me tell you. When
I'm not for saying watch Vampire in Brooklyn just because you want to watch this shit.
I had an instance when I was a teenager, and I lived with my aunt, and my little cousin was there. My friend came over for the weekend. Mm-hmm. With me and my friend cooked breakfast. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we made some. I don't know what, we just was making some shit, but come to find out, that's a real type of sweet or something. We just thought of it. We made some biscuit dough and fried it and put like cinnamon and sugar on it. Okay. And some shit like that. But that's a real, like a dessert. I never knew that. I don't think y'all making beignets or something. So we did that, and like all of us had got some, but it was like one left. So I told my friend, I said, well, shit, you company, you go ahead and eat it. Mm-hmm. My auntie had a goddamn fit. Because she felt like, no, your cousin was supposed to get it. Like, well, shit, she had 3, just like I had 3. And it was like 1 left, and I didn't want no more. And I'm looking like, she asked for it first.
Does she feel like because this is her house, she's supposed to have it?
Yeah, she supposed to have it.
No, I don't agree with that.
And then it was like, she didn't ask for it. She wasn't going to ask for it, but when my friend asked for it, that's when she wanted it.
She didn't want to have it either.
Because she didn't.
That's called selfishness.
Yeah, so when I told my friend, well, you go ahead and get it, you asked for it first. My auntie had a goddamn fit. it made my company feel unwelcome because she took it from her and gave it to my cousin.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't came to your house.
So I was like, what the fuck type of shit is that? That
house.
made me feel fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
House.
Because she scolded me for that and was like, and how you treat your family like that and such and such. And I was looking like, it's selfish. A fucking biscuit.
Yeah,
like
that's just selfishness. But
what the hell?
I feel like now one thing I do feel like is because like I said, I see it with the Queen situation how. Like I said, and maybe it's like I said because you know the baby is just new and all the attention is on him, and some people lean towards that. But I feel like you got to snap out of that and realize that you know what I have two, and they both deserve the same attention. You know what I'm saying?
I can even see if they was opposite sex because you know sometimes people with some people that have a boy and a girl at the same time, they treat them differently. Yeah. So I could have even understood if it was that and she was trying to find her way how to treat them the same because she's realizing that she's treating them different. But you got two boys. Yeah. And in some instances, it is that sometimes we see that she do a little bit CJ.
But it's gonna be that way because you know it's gonna be that way. It's gonna be that way because Clarence is gonna always lean that way towards Legend. You see what I'm saying? So even in that house, it's like even if Queen is giving all the attention to CJ, he's not gonna get the same from Clarence. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it's like that when you in a when your relationship is divided with your parents. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you treat it this way when you come here, but you treat it this way when you come here, it's gonna change your mental thought process, and you're gonna start being, you know what? I want to spend most of my time over here than over here. You know what I'm saying? The love I get is a little more over here, or it feels a little different. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it's more, but it feels a little different over here than over here. And that's what starts to change how you feel about the situation. So where like now he's like 4, 3, whatever, 4. When you get a little older, get to the point where, man, I don't really want to go over there. You know what I'm saying? And not that you don't love your mom, it's just that it don't feel the same.
Like your relationship, his relationship he has with his dad is totally different.
It's totally different
than what he has with Queen.
And that's why I say, and that's why I feel like even as a stepfather or whatever, you got to be on the same page. Like you can't be like, well, you know, all my child gets my undivided attention, and you know that's your child. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to be on the same page. So you got to like, if you're gonna go into a relationship with somebody and have a child with them, then you got to be able to. You got to be able to, with open arms, welcome that child in with the same love that you give your child. Like a lot of people don't, like I said, a lot of people don't know how to do that. They look at it like, well, this was my child through blood, and you know, this not really my child, my stepchild. When you come into a child life, the word step, only thing that means is that's biologically not your child. Through blood, that's all that means. But through love, it should mean no different. You should treat that child the same way. Mm-hmm. And I think, like I said, children feel that. He don't get that same attention from like that he get from his dad. And people gonna say that, well, that ain't his daddy. That don't mean shit. But I notice people have grew up in households like that, so that's their mentality. They grew up in households where their mama had a step boyfriend or a husband, and the man didn't treat them the same way either. You know what I'm saying?
And they had kids, and he always treated his child differently.
Yeah, so it's like when you grow up in an environment like that, that's all you know. Mm. So you figure like that's what it's supposed to be. That's not what it's supposed to be. Right. Y'all stop making society think that that's what the fuck it's supposed to be. It's not. So, right. But like I say, in that situation, I feel like, I don't feel like he loves his mom any less. I just feel like he loves his dad that much more. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He loves his dad. Like people be trying to say like even Chris said, y'all can say I'm fucked up about anything else, but you can't take that I'm a good father away. Nobody can take that. Because he ain't got to show y'all that. You see that
it's obvious. CJ. It's there.
You see that in him.
Yeah, it's there.
How his face brightens
you see up. You see that. Let me tell you what. You ain't even got to see it. Well, you ain't got to see it. When his grandma, this what you saw. When his grandma did them prank calls. Was what we doing them prank calls? when he heard that boy on the phone, when he heard Chris on the phone, that nigga whole world lit up. And when he realized that Chris knew who he was, that nigga lit up. Like, you know me. Like, he, you know what I'm saying? He lit up. It's just a difference.
Right. You know.
It's a difference. But I don't want people to just take it as, because people will take stuff and just run with it on the internet and be like, oh, he getting treated wrong over there, or Queen don't love him, or look at how he act. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to go to her house. I don't think it was that.
No, it wasn't. It's
because that would say he don't love his mom.
Yeah. If we gonna say that, then that would say these people is mistreating him and he don't want to be there.
Yeah,
and that's not what it was.
We're not gonna say that. Yeah.
It wasn't that. It's just that, like we said, he loved his father
that much more.
He loves his father. He loves his mama too. But if he could live all year round with his dad,
he would.
He would.
Yeah, if it was his choice, he would. You know, I believe it.
He would.
I believe it.
But we ain't gonna stay on this too long. Y'all just know.
We don't stay on this up too long because you know we said Queen name in the video and she might delete us.
More to the story is if you have multiple children, don't have a favorite.
I'm petty as fuck.
That's more to some of what we was talking about. If you have multiple children, don't have a favorite. Treat all your children the same. And I know there's a lot of people out there that say they don't have one and say this and that. And then you sit back and you think how you handle situations with certain children. And then you be like, oh, I do got a favorite. And because I'm going to tell you, with all my kids, I didn't have a favorite, but I noticed that I treated the youngest one a little different.
You had to work on you babied her too much.
I babied her too much.
Yeah.
I let her be.
Or she didn't get fussed at or yelled at about the same. She could do the same thing that another one did, and she didn't get the same punishment worth because she was the baby.
Right.
I think you had to get adjusted to that. Me, I ain't never adjusted to that because you get the same thing they get regardless. And a lot of people would think that it would be me, like I said, it's biologically, but I love them all genuinely the same.
And I had to learn that.
But she loved them the same.
I learned that early. Like, I love all my kids the same, but I just let the youngest one.
It's that baby.
Yeah, she was a baby, so I let her get away with a lot of shit.
I'm gonna tell you something. Kiana's still, and now you gotta come up out that shit too. She getting too old.
What?
You still, when it comes to like chastising your kids, cause she the youngest, you still be you gonna pop her with your hand on the butt.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, I ain't get an ass whooping.
Cause she got a little butt.
I don't give a damn, she get an ass whooping. Like, you get an ass whooping just like they get an ass whooping. Y'all, I ain't with that, no more popping you on the butt with your hand.
Well, they was getting popped on the butt with the hand that
but
they
when they got old enough to start getting an ass whooping, you get an ass whooping too. Now, why somebody gonna be like, oh, you whip your kids, we're gonna call CPS. Shut your ass up.
Let me tell y'all something that a pastor told us, and that my auntie beat in all of our heads. My auntie
spelled wrong in some of the church.
No, let me tell you. Our pastor told us this, and my auntie beat this in all of our head. My auntie raised pretty much all of her nieces and nephews and her children, except for two. She didn't raise two, but all of my siblings she raised, and her kids she's raised. She said, mere words are not enough. You must use discipline. And I had to learn that the hard way because I wasn't a troubled child. I never got in trouble. If you ask,
always say that.
If you ask my auntie now, she'd be like, I had no problems out of Kiana.
I had the lesson.
She was like, she never got in trouble. She never gave me no kind of
And I don't understand. I don't get it because her
hell.
mouth. I don't get it because her mouth. Oh my God.
But my cousins and my brothers and my sister, those were the ones that got in trouble. So she couldn't use them words. You must use discipline. Our pastor used to tell us that.
That's the truth.
Mere words are not enough. You must use discipline.
I'm going to tell you something what discipline do to you as a child. An honest child, what discipline does to you. It makes you understand. Now, proper discipline is what I'm saying.
Right.
it makes you understand that, because I know for a fact that when I got out of line, I needed to be put back in line. See what I'm saying? And without that, I know that I'd have probably been dead or in jail without it. You see what I'm saying? Because I know with it, I still straddled the fence. You see what I'm saying? With it, I know what I was doing. So without it, I knew I'd have been off the damn chain. I'd have been, you know what I'm saying? I'd have doing some or whatever if I knew I had parents that didn't give a fuck or didn't put that fear in me to make me understand, you fuck up around here, this is what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You got to put that fear, because your child has to be afraid of something. I don't mean you're afraid of them like, oh, he's going to kill me, he's going to beat me. I don't mean that. But at some point in time, everybody has to, you got to put that fear in your child to make your child to the point where, you know what? Even if it's fear of disappointing your parents. It might even be fear of physical. Because my dad ain't never had to touch me. My dad got that look. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, I just disappointed him. You know what I'm saying? I feel worse. I'd rather get a whooping. Because I felt worse that I disappointed you. You know what I'm saying? That you thought better of me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you got to have that fear of your child. If not, your child going to do whatever they want to do, whatever's possible.
Right. That's how we got so many children now these days at school acting damn crazy because they're not being disciplined. And again, you don't have to beat a child. Discipline is not you beating the child.
No.
Discipline is you, now I don't see nobody, if you over the age of 13, you should not be getting no whoopings. But
I want to get 13. I would get my ass kicked. I would get 2 pieces at that age.
If we have to use corporal punishment with our children, we ain't beating them. You bend over and you get your butt whooped, because I don't believe in that swinging all over the place. Because I want your butt, only your butt. I want your behind. I'm not whooping nothing else but your behind. Now, you got some kids that ain't letting you do that, but you gotta just be. If they won't do that, then you, because our oldest, you can't whoop her. It's everything taken from you. Everything.
Yeah, at that point, you just start, you know what? No TV, no electronics, no this.
Everything is taken from. Now, them younger two, they'd rather take a whooping. Yeah. Because they love their TV. Mariah loves her tablet. They love their electronic stuff like that. They gonna bend over, not putting no hands behind them or nothing, and just let you get straight butt. But that oldest one, she ain't hearing that.
She gonna run, hide up on the shit, get behind shit.
She's gonna get punished. Yeah, she's gonna get punishment. You stay in your room then. I take everything from you. What you love, I take it.
Yeah.
Now, y'all know it takes a village to raise kids. We had a counselor that told us to take her hair, to take her shoes. Yeah, like what?
The counselor
don't get her hair did.
Yeah, I know we're on another subject now, y'all. But the counselor was like, she like, you start taking what they love. I said, yeah, well, she love her clothes and shoes and stuff. But, she in 6th grade and get her hair did. Well, yeah, don't get her hair did. See, my thing is, I feel like clothes, shoes, and how your hair is cut, or like if you're a boy, your hair cut, or if you're a girl, your hair get done. I don't feel like I feel that's a priority.
Yeah, that's a priority.
I feel that's a priority. Yeah, I feel
it's not a want.
Yeah, I feel that's not a want. That's a need, because especially in this day and age, I feel like, hell, now if I take your shoes and put your ass in some fucking Payless, now I done created a whole nother situation now, because now you're getting picked on.
Right.
See what I'm saying? And that's something that now is beyond our control. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I put you in cheap ass clothes and goddamn cheap shoes. Now it's my fault that you go to school again. Because ain't nobody finna goddamn be, well, I'm buying these Payless. You better learn how to swag them shits. Like, no, that don't work like that. She told my her child, she put him in some Payless to my son. Well, it was your fault because how you felt now. No, it was his fault because he don't goddamn Payless. It was your fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta understand, kids are cruel these days. Like, you gotta be in the name brands, or they gonna dog you, or you know what I'm saying?
And see, girls ain't gotta wear name brand clothes, but they hair and their shoes.
Girls ain't gotta wear name brand shoes though, cause like y'all be wearing like them little karate shoes you be wearing. Y'all know them dollar store slip-ins. I mean, beauty supply slip-ins. I say the beauty supply slip-ins. All the girls be wearing them about $5 shoes. But girls can rock them. Like, girls can wear the cheapest outfits and they still look good, or the cheapest shoes and they still look fly. Because now when it comes to y'all sneakers, that's different. But boys got to be in the name brands. Because boys ain't got no cheap-ass shoe to put on and it still look good.
But we went all the way around the world, but
y'all get the point.
Hopefully y'all learned something from this.
Yeah.
What we was talking about. But we're gonna go ahead and get on up out of here. Y'all make sure y'all like, y'all comment, y'all share this video. And we're gonna catch y'all on the next
one.
No, you gotta say it how I said it.
I ain't saying it like that.
You gotta be like, the next one.
No, I ain't doing that. It was video.
Peace. So don't say one, then you gotta do it like I did.
No, I ain't doing that.